I'm Vic Jagger.
I'm Miss Porter Did It.
And you are listening to Seasoned. Okay, are you done?
I'm never done.
Okay. Well, we're going to cover some of our favorite TV show seasons.
Tommy, what? Everybody in the audience knows damn well you ain't got no job, man.
Movies.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And how we view them back in the day versus now.
Oh, this gonna be good.
We're going to get into the scripts they gave us the tea on relationships.
The relationship is off. Now get the stepping.
To real life shit, y'all.
And whatever else we feel like talking about.
We're about to dive in. Okay, you had sung, so I wanted to sing too.
I know. Let's get into it.
Well. Welcome. We are back.
We are
back. Season 2.
Everybody's singing it too. Everybody's singing it. I don't care. I see people, they singing it. My babies are singing it.
I love it. I am so happy to be back.
Me too.
We had a little break. And now, we are ready to push forward for season 2. There are going to be so many different things that you guys are going to be able to engage with us.
Literally.
When it comes to this podcast.
Literally engage.
Yes,
definitely.
Guess
what we just found out?
That we can take calls.
Y'all can call us and talk shit.
Oh, man. And I have so many people who say, y'all need to have me on the episode.
Let me call in.
Yes.
We gonna see. This is your chance. And don't fake, because we will call you out. Because at this
Definitely
point,
we'll call you out.
Because you can call in, we gonna call your names. We might call y'all.
Right. And for those of you who are listening for the first time, I am Vic Jagger.
And I am Miss Porter Did It.
And once again, you are listening to Season.
Listen. You gotta sing it.
Yes.
You're not a fan if you don't sing it with us.
Sometimes I can't get my voice that high. Okay, so of course we had to start this episode with one of our favorite shows that will be coming to an end this season. Man.
To see tomorrow. I hope it's worth all the way.
It is so hard to say goodbye.
It is to Issa
season 5. Season 5.
Season 5. Bye.
Man.
Bye.
So we will be doing Insecure. We're going to take it back to season 4. We're going to do the episode Lowkey Happy.
Pivotal season.
And for me, this episode, Lowkey Happy, was one of the best shot episodes ever for Insecure.
Who shot it? Do you know?
I don't know who
I
shot it.
also love that. That's something else I love that Issa does. And this could be something that all other shows do. I just pay, I'm obsessed with Issa. But I love how different people always have opportunities to direct, to write, to do everything for that show. I absolutely love that.
You know who else does that? Grey's Anatomy. They always have like people.
Was it like season 75?
I think 175 actually.
Okay.
So this is season 4, episode 8. Let's see. I was trying to figure out who. Oh, here we go. Lowkey Happy. Do. We're going to find out who. Here we go. Oh, okay. It's in crew. Yes. All right. So who? Cinematography by Kira Kelly. So Kira Kelly is the cinematographer. The film editor was Mark Sadlick.
Okay.
Yeah.
They always
art direction. That was a good one. Art direction, Andrew Sloan. Like this entire episode was just really just shot beautifully. I loved it.
That's what I love about Issa's work, period. You can literally see the growth from start to finish.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like, even
before
if you don't
she
know
had
the
that
technical
TWA
terms,
and was rapping in
the
before
wardrobe,
she was like,
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I love it. Such an inspiration.
It was like we grew with the show.
We did.
So now we can appreciate how they are flexing because, yes, we were there from the beginning. So Lowkey Happy centers around Lawrence's breakup with Condola. So he's single at this point.
With a baby on the way still.
Actually, we don't know that yet.
We didn't?
I'm
going too fast?
Yes.
Oh, because that's why she wanted to talk.
Yes. Yes. So Lawrence basically, I wouldn't even say that he's single because it's a little too fresh. So this is still like a in the middle, in between.
Maybe not.
They could, maybe they couldn't. Okay. And this will be important towards the end of the episode too. Just keep thinking about that. Maybe not, because Issa made the decision for him. Okay, but anyway, so Lawrence and Condola broke up.
Yes,
but Lawrence wanted to talk to Issa, and it's so crazy how like now you have these unresolved issues. You may see her in a different way because she had this successful block party event, and you like, oh, okay, I have some unresolved issues that I may want to discuss with Issa, who was looking like a bun,
a bookie boo,
because she got her shit together.
Yeah, that's what happened. When you get your shit together, you start looking different, you flossing different. I don't know. I think he had unresolved issues, but I really think it was one of those. I was such a bum when I was with her. I want her to see. Like, look at me now.
The growth.
I want her to see that I've grown, and I really was working towards something. I never even thought that he had the unresolved issues, but I didn't think that was his initial reason. I think he really just wanted her to see, like, look at me now.
I just feel like it was because of the way things ended. They never, ever really had a discussion as to some of the things that they discussed within this episode, because she was definitely like, why didn't you say that to me? Why wouldn't you come out and talk about it? And so they meet up. This man, first of all, he checking his breath. He's about to choke
on a banaka.
On a tic-tac. Whatever. Icebreaker. Okay. And he's waiting for Issa. And being the person, the awkward black girl that Issa is.
Yes, in
bust
true form.
Bust her ass as soon as she came up in the spot. I was like,
first of all, I was laughing so hard, and I kept saying, "Is you know she be having like the dreams, the premise." So I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, maybe this is her daydreaming.
No,
when I realized it wasn't,
yo. And how everybody look at her though, like that'd be the most embarrassing part, because even he was like, you need me to help? She's like, nope,
I need to stay right here.
Because you really got to gather yourself, like, I know I didn't just fucking fall in front of all these people.
Have you ever fallen like that in front of people?
Yes, I didn't tell you about my birthday party one year. We were at the club.
When you were fighting?
I never fought at my birthday party. Now I did fight at the club before, but not at my birthday party.
Okay.
But no, we had a cake. They brought a cake out.
Don't say it.
And
nope.
The person that I was dating put cake on my face.
Nope.
So I started trying to put cake on everybody's face because I wasn't gonna be the only one with the cake face.
And you failed.
Bitch, I was.
Took a deep
I
dive.
don't even know who. I was so done. I didn't know who saw it. I went down to the ground. Okay.
Did you go down low?
To the flow. To the flow. And when I didn't care, because when I got back up, it was just like, I don't think nobody saw that.
Shit.
But yeah. And I had them heels on, the platform heels.
Of course you did, because we was in heels.
Yes. That was like, that was some years ago. So
probably that.
I have, but I wasn't as embarrassed though. Probably because I was twisted.
I don't know if I've ever bust my ass. If I have, I don't remember. I've busted on campus.
On the cobble?
Oh God. No, I'm gonna tell you one time.
We got when we were in college together, we had cobblestone.
I'm not even about to go there anyway.
Oh, so now you don't want to tell your story about when you fell?
Look, I had on these slippery ass like cowboy boots. I never forget, with these leather pants from the Gap. Remember when they did the whole like leather jacket to match the pants that looked like jeans, and they had like the olive green, the turquoise, anyway, I had on some olive green leather pants and like these little cowboy boots. You know, I used to be scared of dogs.
Oh,
and it was a dog loose.
It was all she wrote. Running.
Pants messed up, boots slippery.
Did you do a split? Did you split that ass?
I don't know what the fuck I did. I slid though.
Safe.
I definitely was marked safe.
You were safe. So, all right. They have this whole full situation where she gets up, they have a conversation. It's too packed in there, and they leave. So they're going to the next spot. The funny part to me was where you said how, Lawrence wanted to show like he's grown. He ain't no bum nigga no more.
He want to impress her.
So this nigga orders an Uber Black. But first, he was being shady and hit her up for the lift. Because, you know, Issa was the Lyft driver.
Hey, that was so... Their interaction is so genuine. I'm like, this is really how it be. No.
Yes.
So, I don't know if it was right before that part, but the way that she still... I said, after all these years... What did they be, like 5 years?
They were, yeah.
After all these years, she still didn't want to hurt his ego. Because he was so excited about that restaurant, and she was just like...
Oh, when they were on their way to the next... Yeah, when they got outside the restaurant.
And he's all like, so I know you always
because when they were together, and I would have did the same thing, though.
You would have,
like, just let him
have his moment.
I would have let him have his moment.
For sure.
Absolutely. Because, you know, when niggas think they doing something.
You gotta let them do.
Yeah. So right before that, though, it set it up for... their driver. And we know how Uber drivers can be hella nosy. They don't really know the situation. So this woman is like, oh, this is your first date together. And it set it up for certain things to be revealed.
Yes.
That Issa didn't know, but that Lawrence was casually just revealing, just telling. And one of those things was that he had bought Issa a ring.
He had bought Issa a ring. You believed him? I feel like he liked that she alluded to it. He ain't never say yes or no. He was just very much, we was talking about, nigga, that's not what I said.
In the car.
But it was, yes.
Right.
I feel like he alluded to it. He ain't really answer her question.
He said that he bought her a ring, and Issa was staring like,
oh. You ain't say that.
Did he really buy me a ring? So she put that in the back of her mind because it came out again. So she put that in the back of her mind. Issa wanted a quiet ride, and that's what I love her personality of, because she reminds me of my sister sometimes, because that's how my sister is. If we're having a conversation or something, sometimes in the Uber we don't want all that chitter chatter. I don't want to talk. So my sister will put her headphones in. She'll do everything to give a hint of
I don't want to be bothered.
I don't want to be bothered. And so that's why it was funny when the driver turned around. It was like, are y'all married? No. Do it now, nigga. And she had the flash on them and everything.
Sometimes so you need that energy,
when you put niggas on the spot.
Yeah, you talking all that shit, what you gonna do?
They be stuttering. But some of the questions that they did have, because of course Lawrence was dragging it out. I think he was having such a good time, and you know, when men find that peace, it's like they don't want to rock the boat. They want to stay in that stride, and even though the goal was to have a talk with Issa.
And he brought it up.
Right.
He wanted to talk to her.
Right. And she like, all right, so
what's up?
What's up?
Or if you didn't want to talk for real, you could have just said, can I take you out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He wanted to talk, but I think he wanted to savor that moment because he was having such a good time.
She make him happy.
Even when she ordered. Have you ever ordered a man's entire dish?
Never.
And
I
thought that was so boss. I love that.
I would
moment.
like to, but I never have. Never have.
I thought that was just so like, just taking charge. Like, nigga, I got you. I'm going to tell you what you want to eat tonight.
I'm going to tell you what you're going to eat. I'm going to tell you what you're going to. You can't even.
No, Tania is in love with this
my lighter
flick.
That's my
sound effect. I don't know. That's hers. That's her peace and blessings, I guess.
Peace and blessings. When I'm about to get into my
beloved. Beloved. So some of the questions that they did have, that they did have is, what would have happened if we would have stayed together?
Okay. I guess I just been thinking, about us.
Us?
About what happened between us. And I've been wondering, what would have happened if we stayed together?
They definitely wouldn't be in the position that they are now.
Hell no.
I think she would have resented his ass, and it would have been a much...
If they had stayed together?
If they had stayed together. I feel that she would have really resented him, because think about at the time when he really wasn't doing too much. She had slept with Daniel. It was just a lot going on. And admittingly, she wasn't shit.
She wasn't. She wasn't. She said
but
it.
she also said that
she said
it was because she was lacking something.
Yep. That was on them. They said no eggshells. I was like, ooh, it's interesting because I feel like people, can't even just say man or woman, but people really do want to be able to have those type of conversations, just that everybody's not always ready for it.
Very
because
true.
You need to be able to have those type of like, look, this probably ain't going to feel good, but we got to talk about it so we can get past this.
And you know what type of conversations you can have with who and how you have to approach certain things. And a lot of times, even when you know that person is a their reaction is a have you walking on eggshells, like I don't want to. Sometimes you just gotta
get it out. Yeah,
like just say it.
You got to.
One question that they had: do we give up too easily?
Sometimes I wonder, like, do I give up too easily on things?
I don't know. I mean, it might be obvious, but I did wish you hadn't given up on us.
So that had me thinking, because it's like, at what point do you draw the line, though? At what point do you say enough is enough? At what point do you take time apart so that maybe if you guys do grow outside of each other, then maybe you can come back together?
Maybe. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think once I started getting older, it's a lot of things that I'm like, yeah, if that happens, I'm good. I'm on to the next. Like, I don't have to try to patch it up. I don't have to try to flex seal it.
I think it's tough. I think it's situational because I don't fucking know. I don't know because, like you said, I think certain things you give that energy to. So you may not be like, man, I'm not about to with this, but other stuff you might be like, all right, let me give it one more chance. Let me give it a go. It's tough though.
Have you ever cheated?
No, I wish I had sometimes.
Me too.
That's real. I never.
Me too.
Let me tell you, I am I would never want anyone to do this to me.
Even though I've had it done.
But it's like when I think about it, sometimes I wish I cheated, but sometimes I wish I just
Keisha Cole.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I would have just do more, not care enough. I'm always so concerned about hurting somebody. So it's like I would never want to hurt someone. I don't know if it's that I don't want to hurt you or I don't want to risk the chance that you might hurt me like this. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I would never want to be a cheater, but I think it's more of I would never want to be cheated on, so let me not cheat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I never fuck with a dude car.
Listen.
Now let me tell you.
Fuck my shit up.
Because I would be pissed. Like if I flatten all 4 of your tires and I come out and my window's busted, I'm going to be fucking pissed. So
and without a vehicle.
I'm like.
Because who's paying for it?
Because, nigga, I would usually come to you and be like, hey, no, I just don't want to pay my deductible. Nope. Okay? So I stayed away from cars. So I understand what you're saying right there. But Lawrence asked, why him? I had a guy ask me that before. And only because he had found out that I slept with someone that he knew. It wasn't necessarily his friend, but it was somebody that he knew. And it was like a why him? And I was so perplexed. Like
what?
What? Yes. I've never been in a situation where somebody has asked me that. Like, I don't know, nigga. Why do?
Like, I don't know. No. Right. I've never been asked why me. Oh my God, my life is so fucking
Why him?
dry.
Why him? What?
I don't need. If it has, I don't remember.
Because I've always been told, not always been told, but I've always said, don't ever ask why her. And I think we talked about that in a certain episode where we were like, you don't go ask that man why her. Why her over me? Why
don't matter because he wanted to.
Yes.
Next.
Exactly.
Because that's what he wanted to do.
And when Issa dropped that bomb on Lawrence, I think it kind of took, and I dropped the bomb, can I? Oh, that's a gunshot.
We in here with PTSD.
But she said that she would drive around after work to avoid going home. And that was so hard for him to hear.
Sometimes I used to drive around after work just to avoid coming home.
There was an awkward silence.
But she said,
but
no
it was
eggshells.
One of those, and that's some real for your ass. Now deal with that.
Deal with it. That's how I felt.
What's that from?
I don't know.
Baby boy. Remember
Taraji.
When Tyrese, when Jody said that to Taraji, when he said, yeah, sometimes I fuck him from time to time. Now that's some honesty for your ass. Now deal with
that, nigga. We gotta do baby boy.
We gotta do baby boy.
Yes, we doing baby boy.
Because I definitely saw Shireen. What's Shireen?
No, because
AJ?
There had a question on the Shade Room the other day that me and Dre was talking about on the Shade Room.
Okay,
asking about whether or not Jody cheated when he went to the coworker's house.
He did.
And she tried it, but he ain't sleep with her.
Well, she sucked his dick.
But he ain't. That's what I'm saying.
That's cheating.
But that's what I said. That's what made me say, "Oh, we gotta do Bad Boy," because we were talking about because it was on the Shade Room.
It's Baby Boy. It's not Bad Boy. Records taking over for the 99 of 2000. Because I'm over like you tripping? Don't start tripping, Craig. Hey, shut up! Don't start tripping, Craig. Okay, so Lawrence was very confused because he had said that they had just recommitted themselves. They were, trying to work through it.
Yep, back on track a little bit.
And get back on track. And it's so funny because he said some part of you wanted to blow that up.
And he said no.
In his mind.
And she's like, no. You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't want to get back into the old patterns. And I felt that because as much as like our aunts and moms and grandmothers, and they have put up with a lot of different things. You didn't know granddaddy had a whole family around the corner. You know what I mean? But grandma still made him grits and eggs and scramble. Why we both say some
old
some
country
black
shit.
Country shit at the same time. I said scramble. You said hog.
And Sonny side up eggs.
But for real, like Papa was a Rolling Stone in some families. But my point with that is when a woman makes up in her mind,
come on,
that she doesn't want to deal with the same shit.
That's it.
Then a man can't comprehend that because he's so used to her coming back. Okay? Yes.
No, that's what I'm gonna tell you.
And so there's always going to be a red flag, a stop sign, a warning, a yield.
So to that point,
this
was one of my questions I wrote down. How is it, and this happens a lot, how is it that they were in the same relationship and had totally different experiences? It's like listening to Issa and then listening to Lawrence. It's really like, where was y'all at? But this is why you gotta talk about it.
Places in their lives, right? Just like Lawrence said, you get up and go to work every day, and basically he feels like shit because he's not doing that. And so it made him kind of resent her, like not want to do anything, not want to be. He checked out of the relationship because he no longer was even being. Dang, I was about to. You know what I was about to say?
What, like proactive, present, active?
I was like, no more.
What happened?
Insecure, Jasmine. I wanted to hit the rib. I couldn't catch the beat in my mind.
See the hands. The hands go with the runs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The hands go with the runs.
I gotta start learning the words to these damn songs. All I knew was the rip.
It's the hands.
It is. But he resented her. So they were not having
Yep.
And it was in her world, she wasn't being successful.
Like, you know what I'm going through?
Right. At work.
But that's why I say the communication, uncomfortable or not, you gotta talk about shit. Real talk. Because
Lawrence said what? It was easier to blame
Hold on, than to deal with my own shit. I wrote that down. When everything went down, it was easier to blame you so I wouldn't have to deal with my own shit.
Ooh. But then you okay, Lawrence? You are right about that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. But then he brought it back around, of course, because even in doing that, and I'm not justifying Issa cheating, but it is one of the things that kind of drove her to that because Daniel was a missing piece.
Because he was just giving her what she needed.
At that moment when Lawrence wasn't.
So let me ask you this. So can you come back from that? Like because most people be like, oh no, fuck that, you cheated. But if you find out that like, if you've checked out and it caused your partner to cheat, Is that a forgivable offense? It's like you can admittedly say, man, I wasn't there. I checked out, wasn't paying attention, I wasn't present.
It depends on what you want afterwards.
Okay.
Like y'all may not,
Okay.
that person may not want to get back in a relationship, but I think the understanding is there. Like when you say, or you take accountability.
That's the word, baby.
For what it is. Now, Condola ass was texting. She trying to get.
Condoleezza was texting.
She was. Condola Oil was texting.
And Issa saw it. What you do when you see the text? Because we see, let me
Saying
explain
you free
something
tonight?
to you. But here's the thing. I try to explain this to so many of my male friends. I try to explain this to my little brother. We don't miss nothing. Do you understand me?
No.
Women don't miss nothing.
Let me tell you something.
We may play stupid. We may act like we didn't see it.
We may
Listen
be Ray
to me.
Charles
Please.
to the bullshit.
Hear me out. We don't miss a beat.
We are like, if you watch Squid Games,
Never seen it.
red light, green light, that big ass doll, whatever it was, and her eyes was just going. She
Never
could
seen
see
it.
it, flicks.
Never seen
Okay?
it.
That's we are watching.
Never seen it.
But
That's it.
of course, I mean, she knows that Condola's probably texting him, and they, the breakup is fresh at this point. And so after dinner, this was so funny that she ran into TSA Bay because
when I
he was
heard that
one of them
brat-
joints that you just like he was the itch that Issa needed to scratch.
But look at how
in a
unbothered
way
he was. He was so like,
hey,
yeah,
come
I'm on
on,
a date.
give
You
me
want a
a
date?
hug.
Yeah, like why you acting like that?
right.
Lauren,
Because
what would you
that
have
was-
done? What would you have done? Would you have introduced? Because the way Lawrence was like, "Hey, I'm such and such."
Right.
Would you do that?
I definitely, because that is not the type. Okay, so I hate to sound like this,
ahead.
but he was just what he was used for, right? Even though they did go on a date or they went,
It was just sex. He scratched her itch.
just yes,
Right.
And so if I see you on the street, nigga, we should have an understanding.
Like, why you even speaking?
Why are you speaking?
What?
Like,
You
give
can't
me a
speak?
hand nod. No,
Even if
give
you're
me
on a date, though.
nigga. He did too much.
He definitely did too much.
He
That
did
brat
too
from across the
much.
street. Because I'm going to tell you, Tania D. Porter will have ignored you.
Until he called your name.
Listen, you're going to have to go. Because first of all, whoever it is, I don't like. Let me tell you something.
Call me.
My friends better not yell my name across the street. Just text me or call me. I'm not that person that you're going to be yelling my government on Rhode
People
Island Avenue.
definitely yell out my radio name.
Because I will be
And
like,
I'll be like, oh my God.
yes, like don't,
I don't know. Do I get embarrassed? I don't know. I don't like
And
a
I
lot
don't-
of attention.
That's
I
what it
don't
is.
like all that.
I don't even think I get embarrassed, but I'm just like, why would you do that? You could just text me, DM. Like I've definitely had somebody DM me. Like I know it could be a female. Like I'm not, please, a woman. Was that the right one? Female is an adjective. Yeah.
Girl,
woman.
I knew what it was.
I don't know. But yeah, like so if somebody's like, I think I saw you here, I'm like, oh hey. But like walk up. Don't yell. I do not. So the fact that he was from across the street.
God. That is embarrassing.
Baby,
I don't care.
Issa
That
wanted
is
to-
embarrassing because
Issa
first of
wanted
all,
to liquefy
okay,
into that fucking sidewalk.
because I'm just thinking like this is an ex that she clearly still has feelings for, that it's clearly that soft spot, and we all know that ex that has that soft spot to where we're like, what would have happened if we would stay together? What if we would have worked it out? If we, all of that. And so, and she already didn't want to tell him that she'd been to that restaurant before, let alone that she been with this nigga.
Hey, yeah. And he started, oh yeah, because blah, 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 blah. She was like,
This nigga here. Damn. That's what I
but
would have
Lawrence
said.
was a good sport about it. Because he could have been a bammer.
But he
like,
still fried her. Like, okay, I am so glad I saw.
Hey.
Like he put that in his arsenal.
But when he stepped off, her face was like,
So Issa invited Lawrence to Art Walk.
Yep.
Because that's what TSA Bay and said that they was going. So
she was like, when
she
the
was
last
like,
time
you
you
want to
went? When the last time you went to Art Walk?
Yeah. And actually, that is like a perfect date. Like, invite me to Art Walk. Let's walk in art. Let's walk and
Get
art.
some tacos. That is
I
a
got
good date.
a taco for you. I got you taco. Woo! And it's soft, not crunchy.
Oh my Lord. Y'all.
You got that soft talking.
What is wrong with her? Come get her. Somebody come get her. Come on, enchilada.
Okay.
Could you have had this convo?
Yes, I've actually wanted that convo at a certain point. Now I don't give a fuck.
Hey, that's the one. That's what it is. You gotta catch me while I can.
Hey,
because when Tania,
while I care.
Because when I don't, I say all the time, I can't. I be feeling bad for people that get to that side of me because I don't.
Don't give a
fuck. I do not really have a middle ground.
There was a time I would have met you on the side of 495.
Listen, you want to talk? Okay.
I met you on the side of the Beltway to talk about it. Nigga, I forgot you.
Like this face, man. Look, I'm telling you, that's why I don't like getting there.
Let me tell y'all something. There is a certain point in life that you get to.
That was so perfect.
Where you have to realize that you cannot keep holding these type of emotions when someone is not cooperating and trying to communicate with you. And you have to just not even internalize it anymore and let that shit go. And once you let it go, it's like, I don't need to dig it back up.
Nope.
I don't need to revisit it. I've dealt with it and it's done.
I'm done.
So you need to find that on your own. You need the number to my counselor?
Seriously. No, I feel the same. I feel everything so deeply. So if I'm happy, I'm really happy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sad, I'm really sad. If I'm mad, everything is such an extreme. So it's like once I get there, you have really, it's not that I can't forgive you. You just don't have the same privilege. You know what I mean? You just no longer
don't
in
have
that
the
space,
same
man.
Fucking access
that
to
access
me.
is revoked, my nigga.
Denied. So the art walk situation, I don't want to call it a date. It was an outing, you know? It was cute. It was real cute.
They was on the date.
They was on a date.
Lawrence had on his good clothes.
On a date.
He wanted to stunt and spend some money. It was a date.
He was definitely ready for Brooklyn on You.
So
that's indecent.
So
yes,
they were on the walk.
Yes, and this was some of the best cinematography like ever. Just the shots that blue and red shot.
That's
that they
your
had.
favorite.
Yes.
You talk about that shot all
my
the time.
gosh.
Yeah.
It was just so perfect. It was so perfect and at the right time.
I loved Issa's walk home. No. I'm just talking about as far as when you're talking about the visual. Yeah, just as far as I love
like the entire episode was just, it was just shot so well.
I loved it.
So what would you do if you found out an ex lived in the neighborhood? Like lived in your neighborhood? Because Issa did not know that Lawrence
was around the corner.
Yes.
You know what?
I'm like,
now
what?
I would say something, but before, I'm telling you, I've always played too cool for everything. It would probably be like,
See this nigga driving by like, this nigga stalking me.
Yeah, inside I'd probably be fuming, but I would be like, okay, guess he live around here.
That's in my mind. I'd be like, this nigga stalking me. Guess he live around the corner.
Right, think about you.
He's trying to act like he ain't even see me. He's stalking me.
He know my address.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck he doing around here? I mean, what other reason?
Anyway.
Because he got her place.
So look.
Condola's still calling.
Condola's still blowing that phone up.
Yeah.
Texting and calling at this point.
Right. So they share an Uber. They go back to Lawrence's place. And he pulled a move. Now, listen, I know this move.
What's the move, Vic?
He like telling the driver, give us a minute. Give us about 5 minutes. I just want you to come up and see how I'm living. Like, see the place. See how I decorate it. And she's like, okay. I
don't even know what to reach for. I'm like,
because I know the move. You just want to get her up there. She wants to clearly go.
She clearly wants to.
So, I mean, you ain't have to do all that. But his place is nice. It's clean.
It's cute.
And he's proud of it.
It's
you know
cute.
what I mean? Because he's holding his own. Which
cute.
is something that I know that she hasn't seen with him. I remember going to an ex's place, like after we had broke up or whatever. And I just really felt like this nigga was just trying to let me know that he can,
For
that
sure.
he can like put shit together and all
especially
that.
if he thought that he wasn't at his best with you, or if you were above him.
He want to show me. Child,
am I benefiting from it? Fuck.
Right.
What the fuck you want to show it to me for? Do I have a key?
Do I want a key?
I mean, come on. I don't care about all that.
Right.
Anyway.
So Lawrence goes outside to take this call because Issa
already peeped.
She went to the bathroom.
That Canola,
so this is the
but
thing.
she been peeped.
You gonna keep calling her Canola?
She been peeped. Canola was hitting him up.
Well, Granola didn't give up.
But now we know why. Clearly,
but we didn't know.
We didn't know then. But I'm saying then.
But I kind of figured it.
We guessed
when
it.
she was like, "We want to talk. Can we talk?" But this is the moment that we were talking about in the beginning of the episode where Issa made the decision because she knew after, like, why you had to go outside to talk to her? Like, we're not even like that. So for you to have to go out, niggas get on my nerves.
Cause
you don't have no obligation to explain anything to me. But okay. And I think it was more so because the night went so well and he had like, such a great time. And he doesn't want Issa to think,
blah, blah, blah. I think he
probably didn't even want Cadola to know that.
Well,
she come out the bathroom talking and shit.
He did not want Crayola to know. However, I also think that he went into this. I think his main goal was to want to show Issa he wasn't a bum nigga. But I think he was also like, man, if Issa's with it, I'm going to be with it too. I think he wanted to really kind of feel out, you know what I mean?
Feel Issa out?
Feel her out. Like, let me see if she would even be.
I think he was just on some nigga shit.
For real?
Because you got to remember, Payola and Issa know each other, right?
Yeah, she's Payola. We not even using C's anymore. Now she's Payola. Okay. Go on.
They know each other.
Okay.
So imagine if he's calling you, but I've had a nigga do that shit kind of triggered me a little bit. Like, nigga, what the fuck you got to leave out to talk? Why can't you talk right here?
You know damn well why he can't talk right there.
Exactly.
Because right then you're going to be like, you don't have no sweet baby rays?
Right.
Is there any more toilet tissue? So why he go? That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you.
But that's what I'm saying. Issa will come out the bathroom talking,
flushing, clanging pans and shit. Fuck man. Listen,
just like when you be leaving little shit behind.
Lashes.
Nigga told me he has to do a sweep every time I leave.
You better.
Not with my strategically placed shit. You never find it, but she will.
It'll be a lash in that cabinet. Please, some bobby pants.
This is so random. Can I tell you about this moment?
Of course.
It was very embarrassing, but it's funny at the same time. This is how crazy I was back in the day, y'all.
She said crazy she was.
This is how crazy I was back in the day. And I think about it and I chuckle.
Are we ready?
Right now. I am ready. All right. So, story time. I was going over this nigga house, right?
Uh-huh.
And this nigga never parts with his phone, right? Mm-hmm. So his phone was plugged up on the charger, but it was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was walking in, did I tell that story before?
Nope.
When I was walking in, I saw it was on the floor. So I usually take my shoes off when I come in there anyway. So he was sitting on the couch. He had let me in and everything. He left the door unlocked. So I came in, I was taking my coat off, and I was really taking my time. I had my shoes off. Mm-hmm. Why was I stepping on this nigga phone with my big toe trying to get it to come on, right? With my socks. With my socks on, right?
Yeah.
And the shit, hey, I think I tapped that joint. I held that joint too long. And then as I walked away, no, Siri was like, yes. As I was walking away, he was like, Siri?
Hey, Vic.
I was like,
hey, y'all.
Bitch, you crazy.
With your toe? Have y'all know? This is what y'all have to do. I was trying to see if it was like,
you know how the notification, the lock screen had people. I'm like, who calling this nigga?
This is what y'all have to do. Y'all have to send us your craziest I'm trying to unlock his phone stories. Vic said she used her big toe to try to open that man. I've never. I'm telling you this. I probably think stuff. But that's why I said, man, there's so many things that I'm like, if I didn't live in my head so much,
that should make me
be
chuckle
thinking
all the
too
time.
hard. I ain't never looked through no phone.
Oh, I've looked through it. Now I would never do it again. Like my last time. Really, that was like my first real time going through somebody's phone.
Now, I say this, I ain't never looked through a phone, but I will Maryland case search your ass.
Nah, I do that too. I do that in general. I do that in general.
Maryland case.
That's how I found out that 60-year-old man was married trying to holler at me because his wife was on the fucking court case.
You know what?
Okay. But resources. I went my first and last time. Grand opening, grand closing.
Vic.
Don't go through no motherfucking phone. That is legendary.
Not with your big toe especially.
Hey, I held that joint on there too long. Siri fucked me up. Siri
your toe probably was like a little bit.
No, it was like, I was just like this. But I was trying to like see the fucking lock screen. Who's texting this nigga? I was wild back in the day, y'all. I was wild.
Crazy.
I was wild. But anyway, that was my crazy days. Okay. I really would never go through the white phone no more. So Issa was looking crazy after he basically was like he may go see Condola tonight.
Yep.
You know? It was time for Issa to go. The damn Uber Lyft driver was still outside.
Stood out there for 20 minutes. That bill was probably insane.
And Issa made her move.
What if I want to stay?
What if I'm not ready to end the night?
What
Come
if I want to stay? Let me tell you.
Yes.
That's you? That's how you moving?
Definitely, if I wanted that nigga. But in her, I think it was like, oh, this bitch not gonna get him tonight. I got him.
That's tough.
It is. Cause she listen. You gotta think of the feelings that she had for him. She knows that he's available. Like
it's now or never. I know.
It's now or never.
I respect it. I just don't. Girl.
I just feel if the moment was right.
I mean, sometimes you gotta risk it all for love.
Well, I ain't risking it all, but
sometimes,
in that moment,
yeah, sometimes you gotta.
I'm with it. We had a good night. We might as well fit it. It might as well be a happy ending.
You think? I'm taking it too far with that other
happy
stuff.
Ending.
Happy endings in the air.
Hey, happy endings everywhere.
Not the moan at the end. Hold on. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. Probably so.
Yeah. For the one you love. I mean, love is a funny thing. Love will have you doing some man.
Child, won't it?
Hey.
Won't
it do it?
But won't it?
But won't it do it? So anytime a man expresses that you make him happy or that he had a good time, you know, like, I think that's all men want. They just want peace. They just want to have a good time. They don't want nothing heavy. And even the stuff that they addressed didn't ruin the night.
Nope, it didn't. And Lawrence was a little like, but Lawrence was definitely like, all right.
Yes. Now. So we got that out the way. Right, so he said, basically, she could stay. And then there was the kiss. Now, when you first kiss after all this time, after those memories come drenching your panties. Okay.
What happened?
The memories come drenching your panties.
Okay, just making sure.
Like that, like a fairy. Like it just, that was the moment. They get it in. The morning after. First of all, that's some good sleep. When it's not your bed, even though, never mind.
Even though what?
No, man, I feel like I shared too much.
No, what's too much?
Too much.
What's too much, Queen?
I used to be scared to sleep hard with a nigga.
Why? Because you might fart in your sleep.
No. Why is that what you do, Sania? You do it in your sleep. That definitely was not on the list. But you're very comfortable with your dude. Okay. But
you can't control it.
I even now, me being single, I don't know if I want to spend the night over a nigga house or have him spend the night over my, because I think I sleep wild as fuck now because I'm by myself. So I utilize my entire bed, like making bed angels. Now you make snow angels? Yes. I'm like an X. I am like the
That's
letter
how you
X.
sleep?
Sometimes
I pick,
not that, well, I'll curve my knee, but I really be like laid out. Like
this is mine.
All mine. And then some days I'll just be curled up
In one spot.
wondering what life is about. Kidding, y'all. Kidding. So one thing that was, I feel was for TV. It may not be. I just don't do these conversations face to face in the morning.
That breath.
I need to go brush my teeth because I know my shit is kicking like Van Damme in the morning when I roll on.
Your move.
My move.
Breath and mouth. Move. Because I was definitely about to say.
That don't even move.
Because I wanted to say morning breath. I wanted to say them teeth, the tooth, morning breath. It was so much.
Tooth and mouth.
Tooth and mouth is move. Fuck.
The fuck is happening?
Listen, anyway.
But yes. And then I was like, where used to get them clothes, them change of clothes from?
She bought the sweatshirt at Art Walk.
Oh,
yeah,
see,
she liked it. Yeah, she liked it. She bought something there.
Did not remember that at the end. I said, hold up, did Issa have a whole bag with her? Because I don't remember her packing a whole bag.
She bought that joint there.
I mean, I used to carry.
What's a whole bag?
A little whole bag.
What's in it?
In the trunk. When you have a dude and at any given moment he could be like, you coming over tonight? Yep. I don't even need to go home because I got change of clothes, got some clean drawers, some deodorant,
so you keep a whole bag, is
toothbrush.
what you're saying?
I used to. This is my past life.
Your former life.
Yes. Now I have my own home that I really like to.
So that means there's no homing or
stay.
just no whole bag?
There's what?
Huh? Just a question.
There's no whole bag right now.
Yeah,
there's
no
whole bag.
Okay.
No. And that whole awkward, have a good day. And the walk home. Let's take a long walk
around the park
after. Listen.
So, they need to be together? Should they be together? Are they going to end up together? Season 5 is here.
Season 5
We're watching
is
it
here.
tonight.
We're watching it
tonight.
So by the time you guys hear this episode, it would have already aired.
And we will have analyzed it to death.
To death. We'll come up with our recap system. Tania always does like recaps and things like that, but we are working on something special for you guys to come on in to the conversation as we recap new episodes of Insecure. We want to give you exclusive access to that. And so look out for that because we'll definitely post it on our social media at Season Podcast. And I hope y'all enjoyed reliving this episode, Season 4, Episode 8.
Yo, I cried.
Low-key happy. What part did you cry on? I remember you said you cried. I'm trying to
I think like when they were at the table where Issa fell.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, because they had the real conversation at the new restaurant.
At the restaurant.
So once they got to the restaurant and started really, really talking, it was so familiar because it's like you saying you got to get the hard part out in order to move forward. So it was like they were really talking about some real shit. And I'm like, these are typically conversations that will break your connection. You know what I mean? Break the relationship. But she was like, because I feel like for something that we've constantly talked about with Issa is like her lack of maturity when it comes to like expressing herself or when it comes to relationships. And she was just very like,
this whole episode was mature.
Yeah,
it was,
and I was like, damn, they should just handle this in a mature way. And that's real. Like the conversations don't always feel good. And I'm like, I could relate to that feeling of I have to say and accept some hard things right now. Because it's not always saying the hard stuff. It's accepting that they might have some shit to say to you too that you probably not going.
I also feel like you got to be ready. Okay. You have to be ready.
You do.
To have those conversations.
You got to be in a certain place.
And you can't, you just can't force people to talk about certain things. And that was my whole point. Like, sometimes you have to just resolve it within yourself and move on from it. By the time they want to double back around, you like, listen, I already healed from that. You good.
Yep.
You go ahead and work on that. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you. We missed y'all. Thank you for coming back. Yes. First episode of season 2. How you feeling?
First episode of season 2. I am feeling good. I mean, I always have fun. So hopefully you guys do too. Yeah. Because this is like regular conversation.
This is what we do. This is what we do. Let me tell you, we would have this conversation on FaceTime.
Yes.
This exact conversation on FaceTime.
So you can always leave a comment on our Instagram, or you can email us at seasonpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Share your stories, share your crazy stories. Of course, we will read it on a future show.
Listen.
So make sure you listen out for it.
It'll be anonymous. We don't have to say your name.
It will definitely be anonymous.
Also, reviews.
Yes.
Leave reviews.
Rate the show.
Share the show. Tell people. Spread the word. We really appreciate it. This is all word of mouth. That's one of the best ways you can show your support.
Very
download
organic,
it, share
y'all.
it. Just talk about it. That's it. It really helps.
So until next time, I'm Vic Jagger.
And I'm Miss Porter Did It.
And you have been listening to Season.
Bye.
Bye.